I love my kids, but I don't want them taking all my stuff. Is there a way that my kids can be successful but someplace far away from me so they aren't always mooching the stuff that I want? Well, this is essentially a dilemma that faces many plants. While plants want to spread their genes and thus want their offspring to thrive, they do not necessarily want them to thrive in the vicinity of the parent. The parent plant needs sunlight, water, and soil nutrients, and if their offspring are to survive, then they also require sunlight, water, and soil nutrients. So different plants have different strategies on how to allow their offspring to thrive, but at sites far away. They have ways of dispersing their seeds. So, for example, some may utilize wind and water. What we often refer to as a seed is sometimes a dried fruit, so that the seed is inside this dried fruit, and attached to the fruit may be fibers that help wind disperse the seed. So the seeds may be lightweight, and these fibers form a fluffy extension which the wind can carry. So cattails, for example, have two types of flowers. The male flowers are inconspicuous and wither after the pollen is produced. Most people don't notice them. The female flowers, once pollinated, produce these sausage-like capsules full of seeds, and in autumn these open to release the fluffy capsules attached to these small seeds. Each sausage-shaped structure will produce at least 100,000 seeds and sometimes over 250,000 that can then be dispersed by the wind. Many other plants do this as well, such as plants in the aster family, such as American burnweed pictured here. Milkweeds are also famous for the fibrous extensions which allow the wind to carry their seeds. These Phragmites reeds are an invasive plant which is threatening local wetlands. They can take over, crowding out native plants, and because they can grow to be 20 feet tall, they can dramatically change the nature of the habitat in a way that affects how animals can access it. They produce seeds which can be dispersed two ways. Because these reeds grow to be more than 20 feet tall, wind can help to disperse these light seeds. Since they grow near water, the wind may cause them to end up in a body of water with some degree of current, and so they may float to a site where they can then germinate. So they can also be in part transported by water as well. Just as Phragmites seeds can be dispersed by multiple ways, so can the seeds of the dangerous invasive plant known as water chestnut. Each plant can produce up to 20 seeds, and the seeds are covered with spikes, and these spikes may allow them to adhere to human equipment such as boating equipment, fishing equipment, etc. They have been noticed to adhere to the plumage of birds. So, for example, a Canada goose might have a water chestnut spiky seed attached to it briefly, and the goose may transport it to another site. However, the main way that these seeds are dispersed are by floating in water. So water and water currents may carry these seeds to where they may lodge in soil, and these seeds can be viable for up to 12 years. And so they might not need to find a suitable habitat immediately, but then with excessive rains and storms, these seeds can be transported ultimately to a place where they might germinate. Water chestnut is extremely aggressive and is threatening many wetlands in the northeast United States.